welcome to Phoenix Rising Fridays. And I'm excited that you're here today and it's going to be a beautiful day. We're talking about you're okay and you are okay. I'm so happy that you joined me this morning. If you're here, please let me know. Or if you're on the replay, let me know. And we're going to be talking, the topic is you're okay. And let me ask you, we don't always feel that way, do we? And it's just not always true. And sometimes we're really not okay. And sometimes the weight of everything can pull you down, right? Have you felt like that? And you can almost feel like you get pulled so far down that it kind of paralyzes you sometimes. And you can become sad, you can become unmotivated, you can become, turn off my phone, excuse me, you can become kind of scared sometimes, or confused, or just get angry. And I want you to know, morning, Deb, nice to have you here. And I just want you to know it's okay. It's okay to be in that state because you know what? Sometimes we need to be there. And sometimes it's really helpful for us to go to that place. And I'll give you an example. When I was going through a darker time and I didn't know where to turn. And I never saw the light at the end of the tunnel. And so I used to go in the woods and just with my dog and cry. And it was a way of releasing. And sometimes people can watch movies and cry, and that can be a really good release for you. So I just want you to know that you know, no matter what you're going through, know that that it's not, this too will pass, and we're going to talk about that, and that wherever you are is all right. And for those who don't know me, I'm Karen Treaster. I am CEO, founder of Never Settle Life Coaching, and creator of an online program called Phoenix Rising Confidence Igniting. And it's all about feeling good, getting our vibrations up, and it's all about getting over some of these lower states that we get into, which can happen so often, like a self-doubt and things that bring us down. So actually, my mission is to free 1 million women who are suffering from the tyranny of self-doubt through a lot of my online work and wherever I can get the word out. So, okay, let's get back to where you are. And so it's like I said, it's okay to be there and acknowledge it, right? Acknowledging what you're going through. And sometimes it's a part of your life. It's really our life journey, is what it is. These predicaments and circumstances always happen, and it's about getting through these life events with ease and with grace. And so that's why I love to kind of teach these tools to use when you're ready to get over something like that and to move on. Because the question really is, how long do you stay like that? And really, that's up to you. And if it's something serious, you may be going through, you know, grief may take a little bit longer, things like that. But you know what? Know that grief too, that too will pass. And grief, I know my mom died last year, my stepmom died this year. let's see, my dad died 2 years ago, and you know what? I just accepted that that's part of life. And I know that's easier said than done. Uh, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to be doing a meditation at the end too. So stay tuned. Uh, how long do you stay in those lower states? Because what does that do? Your mind starts to ruminate, right? And it just festers all these untruths that come up, these limiting beliefs, and they're there to try and protect you, right? They're know that they're there to say, wait a minute, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't be doing this, or you should be, staying in this state because this is where it's safe, or whatever the limiting belief is. Sometimes your mind tries to take over, and it's that little girl in you that's saying, no, no, it's not time to move on. And so it's really getting over that, or I shouldn't say getting over, that's kind of a harsh thing, but it's accepting it, and then utilizing what you've learned from it, and moving on. So ask yourself now, hey Brenda, good morning to you too. Beautiful. Um, and is it really necessary to be still staying in this state? And like I said, if it is, okay, that's okay, because sometimes we have to go through that. And so if you're ready, when you're ready, you really want to think about what's the opposite of being in the state that you are right now. What's the opposite? How would that feel? What would that look like to be on the other end of the spectrum? What would it be like without the burden? Really sit with that. What would it be like without it? And use your imagination. How would that change your life? And just by doing maybe small steps towards it. And I know recently, let me give you another example. Hey Roseanne, nice to see you here. Another example is I have something devastating going on right now, and I it took me a couple of days. I would go down, and I would get kind of pretty sad, and I noticed my thoughts, and I'm like, wait a minute. And then I would get back up, and then I would get down, and I kept looking at it thinking, I can't be like this. This is not going to happen. And so it is your mind. It's a mindset that you don't want it, that you don't want to stay in that lower vibration. And that's what I teach, is to train your brain to getting out of those lower states. And so physiology is a great way to Tony Robbins says that that's the fastest way to change your state. So just moving, I mean, even simple movements, just getting up. Sometimes if you're working on something too, I find, and I'm not able to do it, I'll get up and I'll move, go to a different spot. And sometimes just doing that is enough. Certainly exercising. I've been doing Brenda's yoga sculpt, and I always feel better after doing it. It's a great class. And so, or I'll go out for a walk. Just anything like that will change your state. So you're not staying contracted. And I go over this on the vibrational scale in the class, Phoenix Rising, Confidence Igniting. When you're contracted, you don't do anything, right? It's inaction. Disease happens more often, and or not disease, but you can get your immune system gets down. especially if you're in it for a long time. And so, finding ways to look at your options again, open your options. So, what are some of the ways? We're going to do that in maybe a little meditation today, and coming back to the rational point of view, and which will bring you to the solutions, and that you, and then once you start looking at the solutions, you're able to you're able to take that action that's necessary, because action is what's going to get you out of that state. Oh, so back to my story, that's what happened with me, is when I started being able to get back into the rational mind, and I journaled about it, saying I wanted the situation to go really well, and I started coming up with ideas of what I could do, and I started getting strength to take the action that I needed to take. And so that's what it's about, because just even a little small action is going to make you feel better, no matter what it is. Because you know what? It's worth it. You matter, you're important, and you're loved just the way you are. So no worries. No worries. You can stay where you are. When you're ready, make that little shift. Because inaction, and take the action, because inaction is suffering, right? And we don't want to suffer. So, one way to do this is through imagination, right? Does anybody else, if anybody else has any ways that they kind of get over uh, what they're going through, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you have any questions about that. And it's mindfulness, bringing you back to the present moment, so you're not thinking those thoughts, and getting into a connection where you're seeing where the real truth is, what really, really matters, not the circumstances, because we're all going through stuff. We all go through the circumstances. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brenda. Oh, I appreciate that. That's you're a rock star on the mat. Yeah, well, with your help and a superstar at Mindset Coaching. So appreciate that. I love this stuff. I love teaching. And I mean, my heart right now, I get goosebumps. I love this. So we're going to do a little meditation, because anything I can do to help get out of this state. I get a little emotional because I went through this state for so long. I was in that low vibration. And so this is amazing, to be able to come out of it at will. And we talk about your will in my program too, because your will, how to strengthen your will. So let's go ahead and get comfortable, and we're going to do this little meditation. Let me find the music for you. And let's see here. Also, I want to say, if anybody is going through anything, please contact me and we can have a conversation. I do 45 minutes of free consultation, so please don't hesitate with that. You can see more. Join me too in my Get Whole and Thrive, Women Get Whole and Thrive page on Facebook. It's a free group, and I'm going to be I'm really going to try to build that. If you can invite people into it, I'm going to try to build that as much as I can and add a lot of value to you. I want to be able to bring more lives into that group. So just to heads up on that. All right, so let's get comfortable, and let me know. This is just a short meditation, but let me know if you can hear them. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, pretend there is a soft, white, glowing light all around you, all around your body, surrounding you. And this beautiful light is like a shield, keeping relaxation in and stress and tension out, helping you to stay calm and peaceful. And with each cleansing breath, you go deeper and see what you're seeing, feel what you're feeling, and hear what you're hearing. Relaxing even more now as you go further and further. Your whole body bathed in light, soothing, relaxing light, washing over you and keeping you calm and peaceful, serene and tranquil. Just enjoy this feeling as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply in your safe, comforting cocoon of light. As this warm light embraces you and keeps you safe, you know in this moment everything is okay. You are okay. And no matter what happens, you will always be okay. Because no matter how you feel, there is always a new day. You're standing where you are right now because you've been through so much and still standing. Trust now your inner guidance. It's brought you this far, and it will continue to help you through. Feel this blanket of love surrounding you and protecting you. You matter. You are protected. You are important. And you are loved. Okay, everybody, that is it. Oh, hey, Deb, nice to see you too. Thanks for joining. Oh, and I said hello to you already, I guess. But thank you for saying yes to that, for the music. All right, everybody, you are okay. You're beautiful just the way you are. And whatever it takes to take that action, go and do it now. If you need, if it's really serious, you can always see a counselor, get together with a coach, get together with someone that can support you. And remember, I have free 45-minute consultations on the phone, so don't hesitate to leave me a message. And have a phenomenal Phoenix Rising Friday and week. And I'll be back next week with more tips and inspiration. And be sure to join Women Get Whole and Thrive. All right, everybody, gratitude and so much love to you all. Bye bye.